What's up, y'all? What is up, you guys? Come on in. Come on in. Okay, hold on. What's up, Stephanie? Happy Sunday. Listen, y'all are rolling on in here. Y'all are rolling on in here. Hey, Kanima. How you doing? How y'all doing today? If y'all hear a little bit of wind, it's literally because I had. How can you not want to be outside in the springtime? I'm just saying. How can you not want to be outside? I said, Lord, I know I don't have cardio today, but I'm going for a walk. And so that is what I am doing on today, man. Happy Sunday. Listen, our declaration is all in God's timing. Come on. I need somebody to just encourage yourself this morning and tell yourself whatever it is that you believe in God for, whatever it is you are waiting to see God do, it is literally going to happen all in God's time. Come on. All in God's time. Some of y'all literally need to encourage yourself and tell yourself that whatever it is, come on, it is going to happen all in God's time. And I need to see more than one person commenting today. I said what I said, all in God's time. Come on. Whatever it is, all in God's time. Whatever it is that you're worrying about, whatever it is you've been stressing about, all in God's timing. Come on, somebody. All in God's timing. Whatever it is that the enemy has been attacking, come on. That victory is going to come. Right? Come on. It's going to come in God's timing. Come on. That restoration, it's going to come in God's timing. Whatever it is, I'm going to say it again. It is going to come in God's timing. That financial increase, come on. That blessing on your business, it is going to come right on time. I was having a moment this morning where it's really been a peaceful morning. I've literally just still been packing, still been cleaning, that type of deal where you just keep your head down and you keep moving, right? And what I mean by keeping your head down, not thinking about all the things that have been opposing me. I was just literally, you know, just keeping my head down and doing the work. But I had a moment, right, where I started to dread this coming week. Anybody ever had a moment where like maybe you've gone through a rough week, maybe it was a rough day, and it literally just leaves you dreading the next day, dreading the next week, dreading the next month? Anybody, by a show of hands? I think we've all been there, right? Where it gets so rough that you just like, oh Lord, listen. And before I could even get into that mindset of starting, because last week was rough on me. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Last week was a very rough week. Like, it was beyond rough. I'm going to say it again. Last week was one of those weeks where it was beyond rough. It was beyond rough. And so I found myself today because officially this, Friday was supposed to be the day that I close on my home and that I move into my house. I got to preface it by that. I still don't know how it's going to play out. But before I could get into that mindset of kind of moping, kind of dreading this coming week, freaking out about the week, you know what God told me? The Lord said, He said, if you can just trust my timing, it won't be a bad week. I'm going to say that again. The Lord told me, He said, if you could just trust my timing, Come on, if you could just trust my timing, it won't be a bad week. Oh, that's for somebody. I know y'all wasn't expecting that. So I'm going to say it again. If you could just trust God's timing, this week won't be stressful. If you can just trust God's timing, this week won't be as rough as the last week. We can even make it a little bit more specific. If you can just trust God's timing, today won't be as horrific as a day as yesterday may have been. I'm gonna just say it again. God straight up told me. He said, if you can just trust my timing, this week won't be bad. Right? And then immediately the Lord began to lead my mind, or lead my thoughts back to last week. And if I'ma just flow. And what he showed me was, you were so stressed out, child, because you were pushing against my timing. You were not trying to push against my timing, but you were rebelling against the delay. You were not trying to figure out why things were being delayed, right? And a lot of times unconsciously, we do that. When opposition comes, when we're faced with a delay, right? When disappointing news comes, when we feel as if, our back is up against the wall, sometimes our first, our just reflex to it is trying to make whatever we're trying to make happen. And sometimes when doing that, we're not even discerning the timing of God. We ain't even trying to question, right? If it is God's timing for that particular thing to happen. We're just trying to get to the final destination. So I'm going to tell those of you guys again what God told me. If you can just trust his timing, come on, you won't have to dread this coming week. Oh, this is for somebody. Because even though I've been sharing my story, there are still some of you guys out here that watch these broadcasts where you've been going through the same thing in a different situation. Come on, there are still some of y'all on here where, if we can be real, you have literally been dreading each day. For some of you guys, it has been a struggle to just get throughout your day, to just do, come on, whatever your daily responsibilities are. For some of y'all, you've been moping, right? You've been complaining. You've not been able to maintain your joy, to maintain a place of peace. And God is just simply saying, listen, if you can just trust that it's going to work out in my timing, it'll be, come on, this week will be enjoyable. I need some of y'all to lay hands on yourself right now. Come on and look yourself in the mirror and say, this week will be better. Come on. I need you to look yourself in the mirror, to lay hands on yourself and tell yourself, this week will be better. And it's going to be better because I'm actually trusting in the timing of God. Come on. I'm not going to be sad this week. I'm not going to be depressed this week. I'm not going to be trying to force things outside of the timing of God. But this is going to be a week. These are decrees and declares. This is going to be a week. Come on. Where you are thriving in the fruit of the Spirit. This is going to be a week. Come on. Where if it don't flow, you ain't trying to make it flow. Hello, somebody. Hello, somebody. Because immediately in that moment, right, of me just kind of almost getting into that funk, the root of it was, am I going to have to be forcing things this week? Is it going to be a hectic week with the bank, all of these different things? And that was God's response. If it happens on Friday, it happens on Friday. If it's delayed, it is for a very good reason. But he straight up told me, if you can just trust my timing, this week won't be bad for you. It won't be stressful for you. It won't be hard for you to endure this week. This is for somebody. Come on. This week will be better. I dare you to tell your neighbor that. This week will be better. Yeah, the enemy came for you last week. And come on, many of us allowed what the devil was doing. We allowed the circumstances to dictate our level of joy, to dictate our level of faith, to dictate our level of peace. But God is saying on this morning, come on, if you can just trust his timing, that all things are going to work for your good in his timing, that come on, then this week will be one of the best weeks you've had all year. And if we can be real, for many of us, if we can be real, for many of us, this week has been rough. Come on, by a show of hands, not this week, this year. For many of us, this year has not been what any of us have expected. It's been a little bit rough. It's been a little bit rocky. It's been, come on, it's been feeling a little bit, maybe a lot uncertain. Come on. Come on. But God says, if you can trust my timing with every single circumstance that you've been warring with mentally, every single circumstance, come on, that the enemy's been attacking, if you can just trust my timing, trust the timing of my vindication, trust the timing, come on, of my recompense, trust the timing of my restoration, trust my timing, then this week will be the best week you've had all year. I need somebody to just say that. This week will be the best week I have had all year. I'm going to say it again. I need somebody to type it in. This week will be the best week that you have had all year, if you can trust God's timing. Because guess what? God always comes through right on time. I'm going to say it again. Because guess what? God always comes through right on time. He ain't never late, but he comes through right on time. Right on time. Every single time. I say all of that to say, be at peace going into this week. Come on. Set the tone for your week right now. Set the tone for your week right now. Sunday is the start of a brand new week. I dare you. Set the tone for it to be a week of peace, joy, and love. Set the tone. I need somebody to type that phrase in. Set the tone. Because how you started is how, come on, it's 9 times out of 10 how it's going to end. So if you start this week making it up in your mind that you're going to trust God's timing, no matter what the devil tries to do, no matter how you feel, come on, then this week will be exactly what you're speaking. It'll be exactly what you're speaking. I don't know who this was for on this morning, but I want to tell you, if I can trust God's timing, you can too. If I can trust God's timing in the midst of a dire situation, you can too. You can too. So now this week, Apostle T ain't, listen, I'm going to get done what I need to get done, but I ain't finna be rushing. I ain't finna be freaking out. I ain't finna go back to having a stress headache, because I've made up my mind, just like I need you to make up your mind, that no matter what it looks like, I'm trusting God's timing. There's a butterfly. I can probably grab that thing. Come on. Come on. So listen, that's it. Set the tone for your week right now. Set the tone for your week right now. Set the tone for your week right now. Set it. Set the tone. Set the tone. And so listen, man, right now, I have a right now need at the moment. And even to those of you guys that are sowing seed into this word, what I'm doing is just letting you guys know where your funds are going towards. Yesterday, because no funds came in. I had to use about 12 of the dollars that I had set aside for my home appraisal to just get a few things from the grocery store. And so right now, my goal is to replace that $12 that I had to use. Anything else, I'll say the entire goal altogether today is probably about 35. It's about probably around $35. I need to replace that 12, but I also need to get a few more items like eggs, almond milk, different things like that, so that I can continue to stick to my plan, because I'm determined that no matter what it looks like, I'm not going to allow what's happening around me to dictate my level of obedience to God. And so if you're able to sow seed towards that goal, can you just simply give me a 1 on the screen? If you're able to sow seed towards that goal, can you just give me a 1 on the screen? That's it, y'all. And I believe there's one more person that needs to sow from what I hear the Lord saying. There was one more person on here that needs to sow. I do want to update you guys. Yesterday, I told you guys I needed to bless someone with food. We got a seed in on yesterday, and I did exactly what I told y'all I was going to do. I sent it to that individual so that they could get a hot meal. And so I wanted to let you guys know, because I did do exactly what I told y'all I was going to do. And so if you're sowing, I do ask that you guys go ahead and sow now, so that I can kind of let you guys know exactly where we are with the goal. Whew. But right now, the goal is still at 35. If you sow more, if God leads you to sow more, that is absolutely fine as well. But I at least need $35. And so that is it. To those of you guys that need prayer, or for those of you guys that have a testimony, you guys can send those to prayer.thoughtsbyt@gmail.com. As we reach our goal today, I'm going to let you guys know as funds come in. That way you guys know that we've met whatever our need is. So whatever funds sown extra will go to whatever may be coming up. And so right now, that is where we are. And so till next time, y'all, right now we are $15 shy of what we need. I was just about to get off here. Right now, we are $15 away from what we need. 15 away from what we need. And so if you're able to sow that 15, is probably going to go to replace what I had to spend. But that is where we are. I literally just need to get almond milk and eggs. And it's like one other thing. I can't remember what it is. Well, I would tell y'all from the grocery store. But that is it, y'all. As funds come in, I will let you guys know. If you know you're in a position to sow, just obey. So that's it for now, y'all. Love y'all, rooting for you. So until next time, y'all. Peace.